Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is the final piece of this puzzle here for this season. This is Married to Medicine, Season 3, The Reunion. That's the part 2 of the reunion. You know what? I'm just going to start right off by saying, what the fuck? Mariah is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. That's all it is to it. Something's wrong with this girl. She is so in this power struggle by herself. It's like she's literally by herself in this power struggle. I mean, she came on. We went through the whole first part. She's not there. They're building up like she's going to, there's going to be such good shit going and coming whenever she comes on the set. And it was nothing. It was useless. She didn't even have a reason for being there as far as I was concerned. At all. She came out there, she was just as nasty. Just as nasty. It was another repeat of the whole Bahamas thing. Why the fuck are you here? You're bitter as a motherfucker. You're mad at everybody. Why are you here? Why are you here? Anyway. But some things came out that we didn't really know about. This bitch is running around. She keeping up shit on Twitter, which is her normal. She loves to attack people on Twitter, and then block them and all of this kind of foolishness. But they were saying how she was retweeting stuff and carrying on. Really, Mariah, grow the fuck up. Grow up. Well, I like to retweet. Why? Why? Because you like to keep the bullshit running and then sit around and play victim. A mess. And the whole midst of everything, Heavenly, just as self-centered and crazy. Self-centered. I mean, we really got to see how self-centered she really is. And I laughed because she was the one that sat up there and basically said, fuck Mariah shit. We've been talking about Mariah. We sick of talking about Mariah. Let's talk about something else. So I gave it to her. I don't even like Heavenly. But honest to God, I was screaming. I laughed so hard when she basically was like, fuck her. I'm tired of talking about the bitch. And I don't understand what the whole thing is. She got this thing for Lisa. Because she was actually stating that Lisa went through the most trials and tribulations this season. And nobody reached out to Lisa. Lisa went through the most, her and her family. But baby, you're delusional. Because Lisa went through some things, her and her family, but it was all self-inflicted. All of it. Nobody told her husband to sleep with that little boy. Nobody did that. Nobody brought that on them. Nobody told them to come to the show and expose that your husband was a cheater and all of that. Nobody made her do that. So nobody feels sorry for her. And Heavenly was just riding for her. And I don't know what it is. Heavenly don't care for Quad. She really don't. I don't know if it's a lot of jealousy or what it is. But she just, every time Quad opens her mouth, you can see Heavenly side-eyeing her, carrying on. And you kept up a lot of stuff. And you always on this attack for Quad. I didn't get it. I don't know. Child, hate her. She's running around with a 24-ounce glass of hateration. Let's see. What else? That's the other thing. Because they really tried to make it all about Mariah. Did you all notice she would never say that she wasn't going to come back? Andy asked her flat out, are you saying that you don't want to be a part of this group of women? And that bitch would not answer that question. She never gave a straight answer for no, I don't fucking want to be bothered. I don't know. Only God knows. So forth and so on and so on. But you're so through. What reason do you have to be part of the group? You don't like no motherfucking body. You're mad at every motherfucking body. And then, as they went on, you're sitting around screaming and yelling and fussing about the fact that nobody reached out to you when you lost your twins. But then as things were unfolding, Quad lost her dad, you didn't call her. Other people had stuff that went on, you didn't call them. You didn't reach out to anybody. You didn't even reach out when we found out that the girls all found out that you lost the twins on Twitter and social media. So, like, for real, Mariah, girl, this is all a mess. All a mess. I don't know what's going down between Toya and Lisa, but Toya was calling Lisa out on her shit left and right. Left and right. Told her, girl, you're being very fake right now, Lisa. I don't know if y'all caught it, but Toya let her have it a couple times. And y'all know I ain't no fan of Toya. But she was letting Lisa have it. Because Lisa sat up in there and tried to play victim. She tried to play victim again. She even tried to go back into that whole thing of trying to blame Jill with the stripper and all that stuff. Girl, go sit down. Andy broke it right on down. Andy said, do you believe that Jill was behind the thing with the stripper? Again, another no answer. Well, she said they were in the bathroom and Jill was in there saying that I was being nasty. Andy was like, no. The question was, do you think Jill was behind it? She ain't answered because she didn't want to, I guess, lie right on camera. Child, all of the shit that Lisa and Darren went through was self-inflicted. Darren didn't show up for the reunion. I guess he wouldn't. Guiltier than a motherfucker. And he was going to be looking crazy. You tell me he flew all the way to New York? And then she's like, oh, he's really, he's sick and this, that, and the other. He didn't want to answer them questions. He didn't want to answer them questions, especially when Andy said he was going to take all the girls down to Swing and Richards, which is a gay strip club. That would have been real good and funny, honey, if he'd have been there for that. When they said, well, we could just take the guys, and the guys were like, we ain't going. But I bet you Darren would have wanted to go to Swing and Richards. Child was a mess. And then Aiden. I used to like Dr. Aiden. I ain't got it for Aiden. Aiden is just as loose. He acts just like Mariah. Like he been sipping the juice, honey. I said, what is going on? And then there was this whole little thing where Mariah, you know, she loves to be condescending. So we all know that was Simone. Simone gets in her feelings. And when she starts talking, she talks loud. You know, when she starts to get excited, she starts to talk loud. And I wanted to punch Mariah in her nose when she said, well, why are you hollering? Why are you screaming? And Andy's sitting there adding into it, talking about, you know, she has modulation issues. It ain't no issue. You talking that bullshit, and it's pissing me off. It's pissing me off. And then we found out later on, you know, when he did ask Mariah, he said, well, which one of these ladies do you consider your friends, Mariah? And she said Simone. And Simone shut that shit right on down. She said, you know, there was a lot that went on. I was cool with you. But when your husband started fucking with my husband, that was a problem. Because who fucks with Cecil? So undoubtedly, somewhere in there, Aiden done either texted or tweeted some real nasty shit to Cecil about him and Simone. He done said some old off-the-wall shit. And they ain't trying to forgive it. And just like he talked about the hunk is coming out and all that old bullshit. Simone wasn't backing down off of that shit. No, bitch, I'm not your friend. We was cool till you fucked with my motherfucking husband. And that was that. And I was so there for it because Cecil don't be bothering no goddamn body. At all. Aiden is just as crazy as Mariah. And the thing is, she was being all condescending about Simone raising her voice. Every time Aiden has talked this whole season, he's screaming and yelling and hollering. Screaming and yelling and hollering. I guess they ain't catch that. Oh, the hook. I'm going to come down with the big hook and all this old bullshit. Aiden, get on out of here. And you can see in the funny part with Eugene. I still think Eugene want to whoop Aiden's ass. Every time Aiden opened his mouth, Eugene's over there rolling his eyes and carrying on. I said, child, I don't know. I don't know where this show's going. But these motherfuckers are not friends. Now I'm going to tell you. Dr. Jackie, Quad, and Simone are friends. And that's it. And that's it. Simone is trying to help You know, she's trying to hang in there with Toya. But you know, Toya's so off and on. But Quad, Jackie, and Simone, I believe, are friends. You know, but the rest of them, it's all a toss-up. The motherfuckers don't like each other. And Mariah don't give a fuck about none of them. Not nobody sitting on that motherfucking couch. And she basically told you that. Even when they went through the stuff about Jackie's dad passing and, you know, then Quad's dad and all that, and they were having this moment, and that Jackie turned around and told Mariah, she said, we are a family. You know, when somebody's hurting, no matter how much we fight and we argue, there's a common ground, and we come together and we console each other. Mariah was like, that old drunken shit. I sat right there and watched her. I watched it twice. She don't give a fuck about none of them. She's just as crazy. She's still mad, and she need to get a motherfucking life. She need to get a life. She really does. And Heavenly and that, y'all can't hurt me. Why ain't nobody really thinking about you? Nobody's thinking about you. Go somewhere and sit down. She don't need to come back. She really don't. She don't need to come back because you done fucked up the bridge with everybody. Ain't nobody trying to fuck with Heavenly. We seen that in the first part. All your little jokes and all that. I knew that was going to happen. I said I could not wait until the reunion came so everybody could have seen the smart shit that she be saying and see her confessionals, and now they done seen them back down like that, bitch. They don't like it. And I noticed too, when Curtis came and made it known that he didn't appreciate why Jackie's always being attacked. I see ain't nobody roll up on Curtis with no smart shit. Daddy ain't get smart with Curtis like he tried to get smart with John. He went and apologized. Oh no, Heavenly looks up to Jackie. I don't know what Heavenly be talking about. Really? See, I said that, and people were disagreeing with me about John and how Daddy tried to punk John. He ain't do that shit with Curtis. They went to apologizing like a motherfucker and talking about how much Heavenly liked Jackie. Heavenly do not like Jackie. Heavenly is jealous of Jackie. Period. Period. And the men get along. It's a shame is that the women can't get along. It really is. It's just a shame. Let's see. And the other part is, because I'm not going to keep going this, you know, it was really, this part of the reunion was really boring. It just kind of showed the actual dynamic of Mariah and them, and, you know, the final is, Mariah don't give a fuck about them. It's all about a paycheck. She trying to hold on, because she was the executive producer or whatever the fuck she was, and she created the show. But the thing is, you don't fit in the show anymore, and you might as well just migrate into the background and stop trying to be on the show and let the show go. If she get out the show, it'll be fine, but she's better as hell. She's better, and she's crazy, and the thing is, you've lost control. Nobody thinks you're the queen. Nobody's bowing down to you, and you don't know what to do with yourself, and you need to go on. So my last thing, y'all already know I'm Team Quad, okay? I am Team Quad. That's that. It is what it is. I watched this whole season. Quad got a bum deal this season. She really did. No matter what this girl did, wrong. All Quad did all season was protect herself. Lisa ran a background check. Quad ran a background check. Lisa's background was nastier than Quad's. But Lisa, you fucking started it. Then it was a problem because Quad didn't want to come around. And like she said, I don't want to be in the mess. They already say that, because that's the whole thing. You're messy. You kept the mess going. You did this. When did Quad keep the mess going? When did she keep the mess going? She kept trying to avoid you all. She kept trying to stay out of the circle and not be in the mess. And y'all kept accusing her of being messy. But you didn't even see her. You didn't even see her this season. When you seen Quad, mess was following her. She was not keeping up no mess. They tried to pin that shit on with Darren on her. She didn't do that. She done proved it 9,000 times that she didn't do that. Then they got mad at her because she didn't want to come to the thing for Simone's kids. I didn't even understand that Quad ain't got no kids. She ain't got no kids. But she ended up coming. What they do? Brought the motherfucking mess. She went to Jackie's thing. She didn't want to come. She went ahead. They shamed her into coming. She came. They brought the motherfucking mess. Lisa was bringing the mess. And I don't know why. It's just people that they just got this thing against Quad and they just didn't want to let her go. You know? But the thing is, she was being honest about really trying to... I thought she took the adult route. The whole season, I thought she was taking the adult route. You know, even when you go back to the whole little situation about when the water got thrown and all that shit, Lisa was mudslinging first. Called her a girl lesbian and all that. Called her a lesbian. And all that. Lisa started all that. And then the whole fact is, nobody ever even mentioned the fact that Darren was sitting inside of that motherfucking restaurant, looking out of the window, watching it all transpire, and then came out. Lisa had camera balls because her husband was there. Because I don't believe if Darren wouldn't have been, she would have never threw that water on Quad. And went the way that she went with all that. But nobody has even mentioned that. All of the reviews, all of the talks that we've been doing all season, nobody even mentioned the fact that Lisa was there with her husband and her husband did not come out of that restaurant until he thought that Quad was going to whoop her ass. Nobody even mentioned it. And I done watched it 900 times. And I said, he didn't come out of there until they got to getting ready to scuffle real good. And Lisa was going to fall over in that corner. But other than that, when it looked like Lisa had the winning hand, Darren ain't bring his punk ass up out of there. Now y'all getting to that. Fuck with that. Why y'all hating on Quad so bad. And the thing is, I live for Quad. But Quad has done what it is that she set out to do. She built a brand right up underneath y'all's noses. She built a brand. The girl got businesses. Y'all been talking shit. She has businesses and she got things going on. She built a brand. I'm going to miss her if she doesn't come back because I like seeing her on the show, but I'll see her on something else. But I don't even think that Quad needs to come back. She don't. She's into a whole life that don't even involve this shit. She'll fuck around with this Married to Medicine shit and dirty up her name. I think that she's where she needs to be. I think she's gotten all that she needs to get out of Married to Medicine. And I would not be heartbroken if Quad did not come back. And like I said, I would miss seeing her on the show because she's part of the show. But it ain't nothing but mess. It ain't nothing but mess. And I thought that she was taking the adult route out. But that's my opinion. Yeah, that's the only one that matters on this channel. Because that's how I saw it, you know. And I didn't understand. But I was looking in her face. I was looking in her face when they was wrapping everything up. She didn't seem all that thrilled to be coming back. All that thrilled. She seemed very bothered and aggravated. And I felt kind of bad for her. But Quad, baby, we love you. I'm definitely a fan. I will definitely always follow you. If you don't come back to Married to Medicine, honey, my feelings will not be hurt. And your girlfriend Mariah, you need to leave her alone. You need to leave her alone. Because she ain't shit. And she don't give a fuck about none of y'all. And y'all need to know it. She really don't. Keep on being friends with Jackie and Simone. And that's it. The rest of the motherfuckers, please. 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 And that was the other thing. Heavenly. What was all that business about putting Toya? See, again, messy. Messy. When she put Toya's business all out there about Toya having sexual escapades, where her and her husband having, like, really, was that even necessary? Was it necessary? You ain't telling us what you and Damon doing up in the bed. But she threw that right out there. Heavenly is messy as hell, and she tries to be slick with it, but she ain't slick with it. She ain't slick with it, and the whole big thing is she don't give a fuck. She really don't give a fuck. I don't know where this show is going. I think maybe it need to be revamped or something. Maybe they can revamp it and do something. But child, that Mariah and Quad and thing, it's over. It's over. Quad don't need to be back. And Mariah definitely don't need to be back. Because she's an old, crazy, drunken, bitter bitch that lost control. You lost control because you were thinking about your motherfucking self. And it's over. You're not the queen bee. You're not. You're not. It is what it is. But on that, thumbs up, thumbs down. That's a wrap for the season. I ain't got nothing else to say. I still like the show, but I don't like the way it went. I don't know. It's kind of just up in the air. I don't know where they went or where they're even going to go from here. Really. Just a mess. But anyway, anyway, I will see you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And that's a wrap for Married to Medicine Season 3. Bye, guys.